of the like it wasn't that bad anymore. I knew that after a week I was fine. Okay, it wasn't like a lengthy thing of me crying every single day for months upon months, but it happened. Like every now and then I would think about our past relationship and just start bawling, but that is another point that I will get to. Oh my gosh. So yeah, but allow yourself to cry and be a mess for at least a week. That is, eat ice cream, do the stereotypical thing like eating ice cream, watching a movie, eating loads of chocolate, drinking wine, but don't overdo it, okay? But just allow yourself to be a mess, a complete mess for a week, you guys. Still take showers and brush your teeth, okay? And wash your clothes and change your panties, your underwear, but in terms of just wanting to lay in bed all day, every day, if you don't have to work, do that, okay? Eat your ice cream and cry, put on some sad breakup music and just let it all out. I should kid you not, I did that, and as I was doing that, I think it was during quarantine time, that I went through the breakup, which was why I had like a week off as well, some time to do that. But as I was doing it, I was crying, but I was laughing at the same time because I felt ridiculous, but it felt so good. You have to, oh gosh, you have to visualize yourself eating ice cream and crying like a baby, and then once you realize that is what you're doing, you will start laughing. It was so good. But yeah, again, first point, allow yourself to be sad and cry for at least a week. Moving on to the second point is do something fun for yourself, okay? Or something relaxing for yourself, just to get your mind, just to get a little bit distracted for like temporarily, just to temporarily get distracted. Sorry guys, English is not my first language, but yeah, just have like a spa day or something, or get your hair done or makeup or whatever, have some nice dinner. What I did was, because at the time, well, there's two reasons why I had a pamper day by myself at my home, because first off, the nail salons were closed due to COVID, but also I prefer to do my own nails at my place anyway. Like I have the what is it, the tools that you need to make your nails and everything. Even for my feet, I have like a little spa thingy where you can put your feet in and it shoots out water and it's so relaxing. Of course, for my feet, I would have preferred if there was a professional who would have done them, because they can just massage your feet so gently and it feels amazing. But I had a whole day while I was, doing my nails, watching movies, and I had some food. I don't remember what it was, but I know it was something. I ordered something that I wouldn't eat every single day. Like oh my gosh, these people. I ordered something that I don't think it was lobster, but it was something fancy that I will have every once in a while. So I really pampered myself. The third point is to talk to someone about it, but only when or if you are ready. Okay, don't rush it. If you don't want to think about it, if you don't want to talk about it, don't do it. But only if you're ready, you can go ahead and talk to someone. Sometimes it helps getting other people's perspectives on things, or just having someone sit next to you and just vent to that person and just talk trash about your ex. I know it sounds a little childish, but in the healing process, it really helped me. It did. yourself, okay? Do that. Anything that's negative, don't put it in a letter. I am super, I have, what is it? Oh my god, I forgot the term, but I have some negative traits about me too, just like everyone else, but you don't want to put this, stubborn, that is, I can be very stubborn at times, but you don't want to put that in your love letter. The love letter should only contain positive attributes about yourself, positive characteristics about you. Do that. Now, the fifth thing, number 5, was to try not to suppress your thoughts about your ex. And what I mean by it is, sometimes, I'm sure we've all been there, done that, but there's just so many thoughts that we have in a day. We are constantly thinking, and so sometimes what can happen is you could be at the kitchen sink washing your dishes, and then out of nowhere your ex pops up in your mind. Don't try to like immediately, erase that thought and suppress it, because if you do that, trust and believe, one day you will have a very bad day, and then all of the negative things that you have been suppressing will come to your mind, and that includes your ex. So it's okay to think about it. It's okay as long as you don't overdo it. Like, I would say, what I do is, sometimes I will have a thought or two, but then I will let it linger in my mind, but then I will move on. And of course, I don't have a timer with me all the time, but then I will think about it. But then once I catch myself thinking about it for too long, I will actively try to distract myself, actively try to do something else, and to basically put my focus on something else. But what I So, like, I don't know, I'm just like naming some examples, but working out is it is a good distraction for me, and it boosts my confidence knowing that I'm doing something for my body. Next point, number 8, is understand why it came to an end and accept it. Okay, learn from it. You can I feel like relationships and friendships that have come to an end, you can always look at them as a learning experience and see and dissect those relationships. Perhaps there was some toxic dynamics between the parties involved, and that was the reason why it ended, and then you just have to accept it and move on, okay? But I feel like really understanding why it came to an end helps you accept it, okay? And I feel like that is also why many people want to have that last conversation with a partner, explaining to them why they cheated, for example, because it's like there's this fear of the unknown. I don't know if you can apply it here, but if you know why it came to an end, I feel like it's better, like wait, let me rephrase that. Once you know why it came to an end, it is easier for you to close the chapter on that book. I feel like at least that was the case for me. Now, number 9 is do not lose hope. Okay, because there is this one person out there that is waiting for you to be theirs, or multiple people if you know don't subscribe to the idea of a monogamous relationship. I don't know. Is it monogamous in English? I don't know. But yeah, there is someone who's waiting for you, and you just have to find the person, okay? But don't rush it. Don't rush it. Number 10, when you feel like crying even 3 months after the breakup, do it. Just do it. Let it all out, but do not let these emotions take over. Okay? I feel like after a certain time, I'm not gonna say after 3 months, but after a certain time, I feel like if you go back and you cry about the relationship, I feel like it's normal. It happens to all of us. I mean, I have something, it's not relationship related, but I have a family member who has been sick for quite a few years now, and every other day I catch myself crying about it. But what I do is I pick myself up immediately, because I you know, after a while, after some time has passed, you have to accept that that is the new normal, that is the new reality that you're in. So yeah, you have to, it's okay to cry, it's okay to let your emotions out. I feel like it's healthy. It is the best thing, is to let it out instead of keeping it all bottled up, because then an explosion is going to happen, right? I mean, we talked about that earlier, so yeah, you don't want to suppress your thoughts and your feelings. You know, that is, you can go back to the point number 5 where we talked about that, but let it